Let's get this show started. I hope you're ready, guys. Let's go. Hello, guys, and welcome back to another video. There's the Football Connect, and we are back again with another one. We are talking nothing but Euro talk, people. I hope you are excited. It's gonna be one of those fixtures we are gonna be enjoying the time that we spend in Euro talk because we just have no idea what's gonna be happening tomorrow. That's what's so exciting about this. We have no idea what's gonna be happening, but we all have the teams or the countries of our dreams to see winning at this tournament, and we want them to succeed. So the question is this: which team is gonna win tomorrow? Because I really don't know at this moment, but I'm enjoying what other people are saying because a lot of people are coming up with the crazy predictions, and I love it because it just tell them that how excited each and everyone is about this tournament. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. So we only have two games that are going to be played tomorrow between tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. So the first one it will be Italy versus Spain. That is the first game that will be played, which is going to be played. I wanted to confirm. Wait, let me see if I can see something here. I think it's gonna be played at Wembley. Yeah, it's gonna be played at Wembley. And also England versus Denmark, which will be the last game that will be played on Wednesday, which is also gonna be played at Wembley. So, in other words, of all the four teams, England are at home. So I believe that is gonna be something that they're gonna use in however they're gonna approach this game. After that, we need to talk about what we think is what exactly is gonna happen, looking at the history and also what the bookmakers were saying about these fixtures and the teams that were predicted to be close or at least to be winning the tournament. So it's gonna be exciting to cover a lot of things that we need to talk about this, a little bit of history and a little bit of what I think. I'm gonna give you a lot of things and my predictions in the end. I hope you are excited for that. So, of course, for me, we are starting first with the first game, which is Italy versus Spain versus Italo. It's Italy versus Spain, whatever how it's set. So, one thing I've actually come to discover, what I just discovered is this: Spain has a good record against Italy, people. Spain, out of all the teams that Italy has ever faced, it looks like it is the only team that has ever got the best of Uzuri at times whenever they face. Why am I saying that? Firstly, I have to tell you this. Only 33 games have been played between the two sides. Spain versus Italy have only played 33 games. And the first game, believe it or not, was played in 1924, which was it's actually basically about to be a century since the first game that these guys played in 2024, because that will complete a full century. So I can't believe they're only left with 3 years to reach a century since the first game that Spain and Italy played each other, which is crazy. Look at how some bookmakers give us, or the important part of keeping history of some games. I didn't know this, but also in that long period of almost a century, let's just call it almost a century, what has come to happen is this: Spain has managed to win 12 games of all the 33 games that were played against Italy. You might think that if they won 12 games of the 33, so it means Italy has the best score record against Spain rather than what. But to surprise you people, actually, the only thing that comes close to Spain, or the only thing that is almost leveled with Spain against Italy, is the draws. The amount of times that these two teams have drawn is also 12. So it means 24 of the games Spain has managed to pick or get a point from Italy. That is sick. I didn't even know this, and I'm looking at this and I'm just like to myself, that is just huge. So it means that Spain won 12 games, they drew 12 games against Italy, and only, you might not believe this as well, only lost 9 games. So in a century that is about to be reached between these two countries, Spain has managed to dominate them with 12 games and drawn 12 and lost only 9 times against Italy. So, of course, now when we look at the history and we look at the head-to-head situation, we can actually clearly predict Spain as the clear favorite going into this fixture. How have they managed to always win like this? I have no idea. You guys might probably tell me in the comment section because you might be living there in Italy, or you have an idea what has been happening between these two teams, two countries, because it does not make sense at this moment what I'm hearing here. And also the interesting part is this. I'm sorry, I just got information here. The last game that these guys played, the last game that they lastly played against each other, the last time when we saw Italy versus Spain was in 2017, September the 2nd. So that is really, really a long time. Looking at that, now we're in 2021. That's almost basically we are talking about how many years that these guys have played against each other. So it's going to be exciting. Looking at their history, Spain and Italy, since from 2020, let's just talk about from 2000 to 2020, looking at their history, you will be surprised as well. You will see that they've only managed to play 7 games against each other. So it means in the past 2 decades, Spain and Italy have only played 7. They've only managed to play. Oh, no, I'm actually making a mistake. In that time, they've only managed to win 7 games. So it means in the past 2 decades, that's when Spain actually proved their dominance to Italy by winning 7 games, and they've drawn 4 games and actually lost 2 games. So now when we look at this, we are clearly sure that when we are going into this fixture, Spain are the clear favorites and they have everything it takes in them to actually bring out a shocker. Even though they've had a crazy and a terrible tournament, they have the history to back them. But also history can also change things. So we don't know how that is going to play out. I'm going to be reading some comments here from Mr. Gameplay, who has just joined us. And his first comment was England versus Italy. So I think that's him predicting the final of the game, that England versus Italy will be the final game that is going to be played. And also he said on top of that, it's coming home, Sam. And I know, Mr. Gameplay, I wish you were there. I've been singing this in some of the watch alongs that I've been doing here, singing it's coming home, and I've made a lot of Scottish supporters angry a bit. That's why am I supporting England? And also he said, let me see, read this one. England are gonna beat Denmark easily. I also think so, but I don't think it's gonna be that easy. But I believe that they have a chance to beat Denmark that easily. By the way, on top of that, Samuel, you supporting England, right? Yes, 100%. Say I'm supporting England since from the beginning. You can even check my videos from the prediction when we were doing the first prediction with Karen and the other guys who were there. I've been supporting England, and I'm still standing with England until to the end. What's your national team? My national team here in Africa, it is Zimbabwe. I come from Zim, but I'm living in Botswana. So somehow I'm always going to be supporting my home country because that's where I was born and that's where I feel like I belong, which is weird because now, because of just living in this by settlement, I'm home now like in Botswana. So it's always weird. Let's read. Italy are going to win against Spain. Are you sure though? Are you sure? Because looking at the history that I've been going through here, it looks like Italy can still pull out a crazy shock, you know. It's crazy, I don't know. Yeah, because I was born in England, 100%. I like it. I like it. Of course, you have to support England because you're born there as well, right? That's why I'm supporting them. Yeah, that's the same. That's why I support Zim because I was born in Zim. And you will see when the AFCONs are on in January, you actually see because the Zimbabwe is also in AFCON, so you see my support for my country. Even if I lose, I'll be crying year after Mo Salah or Mane scores goals against my country. I'll be like, I love this player, but he's beating my own country. So, so it's crazy as that. But that's why we love football. At the end of the day, that's why we love football. So you are saying that Italy are gonna beat Spain easy, or you are saying that Italy are gonna win against Spain? That's what you said. I thought you said it's gonna be an easy walk in the park, because I don't think it's gonna be an easy walk in the park. Why am I saying that? Looking at the games that they've played, Spain have won 12 of the 33 games that they've played, and they've drawn 12. So it means that Spain were not when they were not at their best. Let me just say, when they were not at their best, they've only managed to get it. They get a draw, and when they are at their best, they win. And when they are at their crazy worst, they lose. And when they're losing, they are only losing they've only lost by a single digit number, which is 9, and they have a double digit number against this team in terms of draws and wins. So it means that every single time, whenever Italy are at their best or at their crazy best, they win, but at their best, they draw. The only time that Italy performs so well against Spain, they draw. So it means we are talking about the team we've been watching of Italy since the beginning of the tournament, playing so well. They might just, you see, they might just draw. That's what I'm saying. I see it like that. I feel like as much as they're performing so well, they might be shocked and draw. That's what I think. I don't know what you think. On top of that, looking at that, it's hard. I looked at the past 2 decades that these two teams met, and surprisingly, if you look at the 2 decades that they met, they've met a lot. They've met a lot of times, and they met in 2017, the last game that they played against each other. 2016, which they drew, which was in a FIFA World Cup, and 2016 they lost, which was in the European Champions League. So it's of course Euro, like we're talking. So it was Euro 2016, which Portugal eventually won the tournament, of course. Then also 2016 in a friendly they drew. 2014 Spain beat Italy. 2013 they beat Italy, and 2017 they beat Italy. So of the recent game fixtures that these two teams played against each other, Spain got the better of the other team. So now I'm not trying to be a guru who's gonna say that, of course, because the history books are saying this is how things are gonna be. Like, no, Italy have been playing amazingly, and the football that they've been playing, it has been amazing to watch. They can still shock a couple of teams. You might actually be surprised or shocked if I tell you this stat, that I believe the last time Italy lost a game was against Spain. I believe that. I 100% believe that. And now that they have to play against Spain again, that is what is going to make this fixture interesting. I don't know. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section if you agree with me or you feel like it's an easy walk in the park for Italy, as what people are hoping to say. So let me read something that I want you guys to know. Italy have only beaten Spain twice in their last 14 meetings. Listen to this. In all competition, 7 draws, 5 losses. That's how they've been like. They have more draws in their last 14 games and 5 losses. They've only managed to win twice. That is so bad. Friendly win, and a 2-1 friendly win in 2011, and almost recently a 2-0 win in the Euro 2016 in the round of 16 with a goal from Giorgino Gregoli Chiellini and Gaza Pele. So look at the history. It does not look like it's favoring Italy at all. And Italy and Spain have met 9 times previously in the Euro Champion and Euro World Cup in history, with Italy winning 4 of those to Spain's 1 and draw 4. So that is not really good for Spain, because in important tournaments like the World Cup and the Champions League, of like the Euro, like what we are talking about right now, Italy have managed to win 4 of those, and only Spain won 1, and Italy drew with them. They drew 4. So it means 4-4 and only 1 for Spain. So Italy might go in this game favoring themselves, saying that in big tournaments, we turn up better than who? Than Spain. That's what they might say. This meeting will make Italy versus Spain the most played fixture among European nations in major tournament history, World Cup and Euro. So it means in all the teams that have ever played against each other, these two teams have met more than any other team. So they're about to make history in that situation. They will actually make history. That'll be big. You understand? This will be the seventh European Champions League championship meeting between Italy and Spain. Indeed, for the fourth consecutive tournament, the two nations are meeting in the knockout stages of the competition, with Spain progressing in 2018 to in 2008 and winning in 2012 final before Italy eliminated them in 2016. So that is also interesting. Spain won in 2008 and we won as well in the final against Italy in 2012. So in 2008, Spain eliminated Italy and progressing to the next stage. 2012, they actually beat Italy in the finals before Italy eliminated them only in the last tournament of the Euro, which was played where Portugal won the tournament. Italy eliminated Spain. So that is a bigger stat. Let's see how much that is gonna count when we see the game being played. The fourth one, the other stat that I'm gonna read, or a key tip that we need to keep from this game. Italy have reached their 12th semi-final of the major tournament, Euro and World Cup. So this is their 12th time reaching to this major tournament semi-finals, with only Germany with 20 appearances at the final four stages more often amongst all European sides. They have progressed with 9 of the previous 11 semi-finals, including each of the last 4, most recently in the championship in the competition in 2012 when they eventually lost in the final to Spain. So of all the teams in the Euro, Germany is the most successful team because they've gone to this tournament 20 times, and I believe Italy is the team that follows them after them, which they've only managed to be reaching this stage at almost 12 times, if I have to say. Italy have won 5. This is the last point I'm gonna take out, by the way. Italy have won all 5 of their matches in the Euro 2020. The only side of the remaining final 4 with a 100% record up to date. Only at the World Cup Italia 90 have they won more games at a single major tournament, 6, while the only European side to win each of their first 6 games of all at the major tournament was Netherlands in 2010 World Cup. Then they suffered defeat at the hand of Spain in South Africa. So that is another stat that you need to keep in mind. Italy have done it. They're the only team right now with a 100% record of all the teams that are right now left in the 4 teams that are there. Denmark losing to Finland, England drawing against Scotland, and Spain drawing, then winning. So that's how they've been like. So these 2 teams are meeting at Wembley, people, and it's gonna be exciting tomorrow. And everyone have their favorites. Well, I'm gonna give you my predictions, of course, at the end of this video. I will be quiet right now because it's really, really important to be quiet about whatever I think. But I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think is gonna happen in this fixture, and how do you see it going tomorrow? And which team can clearly come up with the best? Is the team that has not lost a game all the way to where they are now, can they actually go all the way without losing a game until they win the thing? I don't know. When I hear your thoughts in the comment section. On top of that, can they break also this? Can they try by all means to make a double digit this time when they beat Spain? Because if they beat Spain, they now have 10 games against Spain, which it will be now double digits. Right now, they're still in a single with 9. They can turn that. That's what the history is telling us. They can turn that around if they can manage to beat Spain this time, Italy. But if they don't, Spain win, they actually increase their winning rate by more now. They'll be going to 30 against 9 of Italy. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section and click the like button and subscribe to the Football Connect. Before we move on to the next stage of this video, where we are going to be talking about the next team. So the next team we are talking about, or the next game that is going to be played on Wednesday of the Euro, which is going to be England versus Denmark. Of course, the home ground is favoring England 100% because they are the team that are going to be at home and they're going to be enjoying this game because everything is on their side. Interestingly, and of course, the fans are going to be on their side. That's one of the most important points that they have to keep in this. I was listening to Captain Harry Maguire saying that they had defeated Croatia in the World Cup 2 years ago, in 2018, or I think it was 2018, right? Would be the reason that they're going to use that to elevate themselves to even go higher or further than where they've ended, which we hope to see. And they're saying that they can progress against Denmark, which is a possibility. I'm telling you, they can definitely do that, but it's not going to be easy because there's this emotional story that has been written by Denmark after almost losing Christian Eriksen in the ground at the first game. They have become a team that has played so well with this emotional story to tell, and everyone all over the world have fallen in love with this Denmark side, and they're busy hoping to see at least a miracle that after they almost lost a player, they go all the way to win the tournament. That'll be an interesting story to write. But anyway, we don't know. We're going to be looking at the history between the two teams and how the two teams went and how they can manage. If either of them is going to win this game, how are they going to do it? So we are looking at this. England versus Denmark have only played 21 games, with the first game that they played was played with the first game that they've played was okay. So England versus Denmark have only managed to play 21 games, and they've won 12 games of those 21 games, drawn 5, and only lost 4 games. That is crazy, right? So it means Denmark have only managed to beat England 4 times. 4 times. That's crazy. That's really crazy if you think about it, They've played all these games and only 4 times were only the time that they've managed to beat England. How do you tell that to people who are going to be watching this game? I need to confirm something here before I continue with what I'm saying here, because I feel like that history 4 times of 21 meetings that these guys have made 4 times. Oh, that is too much, man. That has to be too much. Okay. So, yeah, I'm not even lying, people. They've played 21 games, and England have won 12 games and only drawn 5 games, lost 4 times. So, in other words, when we talk about what I did say in the first time, if Denmark are their best, crazy best, they only managed to beat England 4 times at their crazy best. Playing at their level best, they've only managed to draw against England, which is 5 times. And when they are their average, they lose. 12 times England have beat them in the last 21 games. So you might be surprised by this. The first game that Denmark played against England was actually played in 1948. That is a span, man. I don't even know. Is it about 70? I think it's about, let's see, 1948. That is almost around 70 or 60 years ago. That's all I can say. I'm not really sure. Let me know in the comment section. Or maybe I'm even wrong. Maybe it's close to there. Just let me know in the comment section. That was the first time that these two teams met, or these two countries met, and they played their first fixture, which was which was also I think it actually ended as a draw, which is similar to the Italy versus Spain game. The first game that they played was also a draw, which was a friendly as well. So this game was a friendly in 1948, and it ended up as a draw, which was on the 26th of September. So I don't know, 2048 will be the first time, will be the time where Italy and Spain will be reaching a century. That is a long time ago from here. Think about 10 to 15 years from now. Think, yeah. Let me just say 13 years from now. So that is a long, long period of time, which makes it easy that we can now tell that it's around the 80, 87 games or 87 years that these guys played their first game. And England has been a dominant side over that. Like we heard, there were also this joke that people were saying that a small country with some big dreams, that is Denmark at this moment. They are a small country with some big dreams. Can they make them come true? We have no idea. Just let me know what are your thoughts in the comment section, like what Mr. Gameplay just did there. Now, moving on, because we still have to cover a lot looking at this fixture and actually moving on to this fixture. Oh, the last time England won against Denmark. This is very important now. The last time that England won against Denmark was in, let me check my notes again. It was actually the fourth 2014. It was actually in 2014. The last time when these guys won, it was in 2014. March 05. That was the last time England won against Denmark. What has been happening up to now? We were going to talk about it. So, before, let me say the first time was played in, yes, the last time England, yes, yeah. So, since 2020, since 2000 to 2021, England versus Denmark have shared a number of games. Of course, they've shared, and they've only won and lost with only one draw. So they've only won, which is funny. I didn't actually write the number of times that they've won, but they've only drawn once. I will check it as I'll be reading the other notes that I have in here. The last game they've lost was at home 2020. So the last game that England has lost against Denmark was actually at home at Wembley, which was in 2020. And the last game that the game before that was a draw, which was at Denmark, also in 2020. 2014 was the last time when England won. So that is going to be very important looking at this fixture, because when we talk about the recent games, Denmark are sort of like the favorites because they're the last one that got the point, which was in 2020, just a year ago. So basically, we are playing the same Denmark that managed to beat England, which has changed, but it's still the same England. So it's really, really important to look at that because it's going to define what's going to happen on Wednesday. The last game, which is on, it's going to be on Thursday, not Wednesday, because today it's Monday, right? Yeah. The last game they've won was at home. Yeah. We have to keep that in mind as well. The last game that England has won was actually at home. And I'll give you my predictions later on after I finish reading some insights on this fixture and what makes it so important and so special and so rare, because it doesn't usually happen many times for teams that have only played 21 times in their last 80 what 87 years of their lives. That is, look 87 years, and they've only played 21 times. It's crazy, countries, when they play against countries, it's always crazy. Anyway, England have won just one of their last 6 competitive meetings with Denmark, drawing 3, losing twice, with a victory coming in 2002 World Cup, which was a 3-0. So the last time in a competitive match, not friendlies and whatever, and so have you and whatever, these things that are being added on. In a competitive fixture, the last time that England won was in 2002, which was a World Cup, by the way, which they won by 3-0. But in all the meetings that they've done, they've lost it twice to Denmark and drawn 3 times. So that is going to be so important when we are going to this fixture, because it might determine how these two teams spoil the shares and whatever that's going to happen. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section. This will be only their third meeting between England and Denmark in the major tournament. England won 3-0 in the second round of 2002 World Cup after a goalless draw in the group stages of Euro 1992 and a competitive that Denmark went on to win, or a competition where Denmark actually went on to win, which they shared a draw. Was it a draw? It was a goalless draw, and Denmark went all the way to win it. So, see, the interesting part about the Euros, things can just happen that you're not expecting, you see. All meetings between England and Denmark at Wembley Stadium have finished either with a 1-0, with England winning, 5-2 of Denmark. They have won in their last two competitive meetings against England at the stadium, 1938 and 2020. So you see, the only two times when Denmark have managed to beat England in their most competitive matches where it's been at their own home ground in front of their fans. The first one being in 1983 and the second one being 2020. Just the last year, England lost to Denmark in their own home ground. That's what makes this fixture interesting. I tell you, people, with no side even winning three consecutive competition games against the Three Lions at Wembley. So that is also important. There is no side ever in this world, oh, that has ever managed to win against England three consecutive times. Because if they win it, they'll be the first one. They'll be making history. If Denmark beat England on Thursday, they'll be making history. But the Three Lions, I think they are gonna have to protect their history and keep it the way it is because we don't want it to change. So I hope that something happens there. England are playing in their third European Championship semi-final, losing to Yugoslavia in 1968 and going out on penalties to Germany in 1996. As it stands, England have played more games at the European Championship without even reaching to the final than any other nation. 36. 36 times England have played this European tournament more than any other team without even reaching to the final. That is a stat, man. That is heartbreaking, man. That is heartbreaking when you think about it. That's the team that I'm supporting. That is painful. I hope that this does not happen. I hope they try by all means to change this craziness. This is Denmark's fourth appearance in the this is the last point, by the way. This is Denmark's fourth appearance in a European Championship semi-final. This is the fourth. The first one being in 1964, the second one being in 1984, and the last one, which was the third one, which was in 1992, which, if I'm not making a mistake, oh, in 1984 was the year they went to win the tournament, I believe so. Yes, I think that it was the year. I think it was the competition between 2 years, which was in 1983 to 1984, which they went in to win. I'm just reading history, people, so I don't even know if that's gonna be the truth or I'm adding things up here. We're just covering the history and looking at what England has to come up against and try to bring something to smile about. With the Danes going on to win the trophy following their last appearance in the final four of the competition. With the Danes going on to win the trophy following their last appearance in the final four of the competition. Wow. That's another stat. I didn't know that as well. So this, now I have to ask you a question again. Is England winning tomorrow? Because ideally, I really want England to win. But is England winning tomorrow? That's the question that I'm asking you guys. Let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to click the like button. I always love this. Anyway, those was the history of both these clubs, all these countries. We have now talked about everything that has happened, how they've come to this, and how many times they've met. Denmark have only beat England 4 times, and Italy have only managed to beat Spain only 9 times. Funny part, I'm only doing with my own fingers because the other teams have managed to beat them with double digits. And on the other situation, they've actually managed to draw on double digits and actually winning. What am I saying? I'm just saying that England have managed to only draw with Denmark 5 times, which is easy. I'm able to do this. But Italy, on the other hand, have magically lost to Spain 12 times, drawn to Spain 12 times. So there's no way I'm going to be able to put 12 with my 10 fingers here. So that's the situation at hand. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, guys. I hope you are getting this information because it's really, really important to hold on to and see what the history is going to tell and how that is going to actually affect. So now let's talk about the bookmakers. Or what do I mean the bookmakers? What is now Sam talking about? Let me make it clear, Euro Talk. This Euro Talk, we are going to be talking about this thing that is happening on the Euro. The bookmakers, alongside the other teams that were put, the other countries that were put, England was predicted as one of the favorites to go all the way to win this tournament. So let's make that clear. They were predicted that they can definitely win this tournament. And of all the teams that were predicted alongside England have all come out and now they're all out of the tournament. I'm talking about France, I'm talking about Portugal, and I'm talking about which other country do I have to talk about? I'm talking about Germany as well, which also nobody was predicting anything against. All of these countries have come on. England are still the team that is still in there. And now now they're only in this situation, they're now just facing a team that I think the bookmakers were were treating it as just a regular team in the tournament, which is in Spain, and one of the dark horses that they were talking about in Italy and Denmark was not even in this conversation at all. They were not even meant to be in this conversation, but look where they are now. In fact, they even lost the game, so it's crazy. It's crazy. It's really, really crazy. So I'm really looking forward to see what happens here. Who the hell is Alaba? Alaba. Who's Alaba? Are we not talking about this player who's going to Real Madrid? I don't know. Let me know what you're saying, because who the hell are you to Alaba? I don't know who the person is that, If he's there, I have to see, because I have not seen his comment yet, if he did send a message to me or he did say something there. Let me know let me know, Mr. Gameplay, what you're talking about. Anyway, so this is what the history is holding, people. This is what we are going to, when we are preparing for this fixture. This is what is going to happen in this fixture. A lot of things are going to surprise a lot of people. Things are going to happen and people will be left speechless at the end of the day. But that's why we love football, This is why we love football and we're excited. I'm still believing that this tournament is coming home. I'm still believing that this tournament is coming home, even though a lot of people think that I'm saying some craziness. And I'm not even meant to be saying that, because I'm not even in England, which I don't get it. Because in this tournament, we were all given the right to choose which team we wanted to support. You had the privilege to choose your own home country. I had the privilege to look at them at this level and be like, I don't really goddamn care who wins, but I want England to win. So I'm going to support England. I've actually thrown it in my face of the people around me, my brothers and my fathers, just for the fact that their countries that they were supporting have been knocked out, and mine, which I predicted that I wanted them to win, are still in the tournament in England. So that's why I was going to make this tournament interesting, that I still have a team that I predicted from the beginning that I want them at least to go or win this tournament, still in it. And I hope that they've learned from their tournaments, the tournaments that they've also left before the semi-final, which, to speak of a recent one, was in 2018, no, not 80, yeah, 2018, which was the World Cup, which they lost against. Let me try to remember like I forgot. Let me try to remember like I forgot against Croatia. That was the team that they left against. So Croatia. Anyway, those are my stats, people. I've given you an overlook on or an overview of what's gonna be happening. What makes also this interesting, Italy have not lost a game in such a long time. And like I said, the funny part, the last team that beat Italy was Spain. And can they do that again? That's going to be interesting to see. On top of that, England is the only team in all the teams that are left that have not allowed any other opponent to score them. So they also have something to smile about, to hold on into, because they know that their midfielders and the defense have been doing the work to stop anything from happening. And Sterling and Kane have been playing an important role to make sure that they be where they are at the level that they are. So now, after I've said all these things and I've made this much noise, now it's time for predictions. Now, it's time for predictions. Now, let's talk about the first game, Spain versus Italy. Firstly, there are things that we need to consider when we are looking at this fixture. Spain have played more extra time or more 2 hours of football than any other team in this fixture. With the last game that they played, which actually put them also into the extra time, was against which team was that? Trying to remember which team that was that Spain beat in the last minute. Oh, was Switzerland. Yeah, it was Switzerland. As well as Italy did play an extra time fixture, which was only once in this tournament, which was in the round of 16. Was Yeah, it was in the round of 16, but they did win the last game easy, and it was convincing that they are actually going for gold in this fixture. And people, that's why people are afraid of them too much. And also looking at the history, it tells you that Spain somehow, some way, they can be the favorites in this tournament. They can pull up a shock when nobody's expecting them to do so. So that is also one of the things that we need to consider going on and building up to this fixture, that we might see Spain beating Italy when we are not expecting it. But I don't think so. As much as I want to say that that is the possibility, I don't really believe that. In fact, if I'm to predict something, I would definitely say it, that it's gonna be an easy win, maybe 3 goals to 2 to Italy, because they've been just good, and it's hard for any human being to go against them at this moment. I would love so much to be wrong, because I believe it will be an easy job for England to beat Spain rather than to beat Italy. But things can just change, you never know. But let's wait and see. This is gonna be an exciting tournament, and a lot of things are gonna happen. A lot of people's hearts are gonna be broken. Trust me, your hearts are gonna be broken. People are gonna sit on them and break them and crush them. That's the exciting part about this football game. But also, we might see some crazy, crazy turnaround in the world of football. That's one thing that I'm looking for. I want a turnaround tournament where things that we are not expecting happening in this tournament, and that the only thing that everyone are not expecting is for Italy to be beaten by Spain. So that's my prediction. I believe Italy are gonna win this fixture by 3 goals to 2 or 3 goals to 1. However, it's gonna be. Also, now we move on to the next stage. But as well as I did this prediction, I'm talking like still thinking that they still have their full team. Remember that they lost one player who's already out of the squad. He might be there in the Euro, but he's already out of the squad. And I wonder how would the midfielders function without Spinazzola, because we have noticed that Spinazzola has been really, really important for Italy, and he has played a big, big, big role for them. Now that he's no longer into the squad, that just makes things so pretty, pretty interesting. So let me know in the comment section what's going to happen. Click the like button and subscribe to the Connect. Anyway, the next fixture, England versus Denmark. You know what? I've really, really fallen in love with the story that Denmark have written. I've fallen in love with the determination that Denmark has shown when people were doubting them, when people were not even looking at them, when people were saying that this is an easy walk through in the park. I've fallen in love with the fact that they almost lost. I'm telling you, I'm emotionally involved when it comes to Denmark and their success in this tournament. And I don't think I'm the only one. So this is a story that is carrying a lot of emotions, and usually every single individual out there, even people who don't even watch football, always wants an emotional story to continue telling the story. They always want the emotional story being the standby or the standstill that is going to make every single body smile all over the world. But let's come back to reality now. England have done well in terms of history. They've dominated so well against Denmark. And I have to face it, in the recent times and in the last game, Denmark has been the clear favorite. If we are going to take it from those games, we might be surprised that people are going to be predicting that Denmark can win easily in this fixture. But no, I don't want that to be easy. I don't want it to be that. I don't want that to be the determining factor of what's gonna happen here. I believe that these guys, the likes of Sancho, Harry Kane, Ryan Sterling, Jadon Henderson, Harry Maguire, Pickford, all these guys, Declan Rice, Phillips, all those guys who have played so well under Gareth Southgate have written also a strong and a confident story that gives pride and joy to each and every England fan out there to be shouting, it's coming home, because as much as they've been doubting the players coming out into the ground, as much as they've been looking it down whenever that happens, England have not had disappointed and they keep winning when they're not expected to be winning. So what am I saying here? I'm just saying that I'm going to continue saying it's coming home, and I'm going to say that predicting this fixture is going to be easy. I think it's going to be a 2-0 win to England. Now, one who's going to be shocked and say that, come on, Sam, look at this. You are going through the history. You have just learned that the last time these two teams have been meeting, like every single game that they've played against each other at Wembley have only ended at a 1-0 win to either the squad, either England or Denmark. It doesn't matter. It has only been one goal to nil at Wembley every single time. But what I'm saying is this: I don't really care about that. I don't really care about that. You know why I don't really care about that stat or that history? Because also people are saying that England have never managed to beat Germany by more than one goal. They beat Germany by 2 goals to nil. So things are changing. They are rewriting their own history. This group of players have actually managed to have the opportunity to stand against the world's best and keep writing their own new history and keep writing their own new history. So I'm going to say they might win this game by 2 or 3 goals to nil. And if I want to make the Danish people happy, 2 goals to 1 or 3 goals to 1. You go with something after this game, Danish people. You go with something that you can smile about as you move on. You would be the only first team in Euro 2020 to score a goal against England. You understand? That is the only thing you can take out from this fixture and go smile about with. But the rest, it's in England's hands now, people. It's definitely in England's hands, and they're gonna do whatever it takes to produce that amazing performance we are looking straight from them. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you really agree with my thoughts, with my assessment? I've been speaking here for it's almost now an hour. I've been making a lot of noise here, trying to show you the history and every single thing that has been happening here. And I've also tried by all means to appreciate the level that other players have put on to this to perform at their world's best so that they be at the level they are. So things can go exactly against what I've said. It's okay. That's football. Things can go exactly against what I've said. It's okay. That's football. But at this moment, it's looking like every stat that I've put out there, it's gonna play a factor. And they are the bookmakers' favorites that are only left in this tournament. They're gonna shock the world. That's the only thing I can say. So what I can say right now is this: thank you very much, guys, for watching. I've been here for now almost 50 minutes. Thank you very much for watching for that. It's been amazing to analyze, to do this, to build up to these special games that are going to be played starting tomorrow. Don't miss it. Sam will be live on the watch along, and also as well tomorrow Euro Talk is back analyzing the first game. Of course, we are already on Euro Talk, so guess what? Euro Talk is already back. We are actually doing here right now episode 21. So episode 21 has really gone pretty much well. Episode 22 will be tomorrow Euro Talk. We'll be analyzing the game after it's done. This has been the build up of Euro Talk, which is, of course, you gotta get that. This has been the build up. So now we are going to 22 Euro Talk, where we're going to be analyzing the end of the game and what we definitely felt from the performance from the players and whatever that's going to be happening. And also don't forget that there will be those small clips, which are the penalty or the goals as they go in. I'll be doing those small clips. I'm not stopping with that as well, because it's also important, and I've come in a long way to actually love that as well. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Tell me your predictions in the comment section and why you think that your team is gonna win. I don't just want you to come and say 2-0 England. I want you to give me a why. Just don't come and say England will win. I know England will win. That means I've just said it since this whole thing. I know England are gonna win, but I went to say England are gonna win by 3-1 because this group of players are breaking history and they're doing things that people are not expecting. They keep performing so well and showing the world that they actually do have something to offer, and the rest of the world has to now take their time and look at this group of players and start putting the respect on them. That is the reason that I'm putting there. They beat Germany. They've beaten Croatia. If we fast forward, or if we back a little bit, those were the teams that have always made it easy. Has always made their job easy to beat England. But England this time have come up with is a new lion. The three lions are now angrier, more serious, and more concentrating on the bigger picture, which is winning the tournament. That's one thing I have to say before I go. I'm really impressed with Southgate. One thing that he did, he took out the negativity and the craziness that other people are saying in England. Because trust me, England is probably the biggest team in the world the biggest country in the world that has a lot of, when we talk about football, a lot of players, a lot of people who have an influence in whatever that happens at a national level with just one simple tweet. They have the Gary Neville's, some of the good players who have done so well in England. They have the power with a single tweet to change every plan that Southgate is planning, or also the fans who can do that. If you don't believe me, let's just talk about this fixture before it started. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Let's talk about him. It looked like Southgate was going to drop him. And some of us, we started believing that as well. But did you see how the media were feeling like the kid was being hard done by Southgate? How much it magically changed his mind? Maybe we might not know. Maybe it was already his original plan that he wanted Trent Alexander-Arnold in this tournament. But we can definitely tell that there is a power, there is a force of fans in England who can turn situations around. So don't be surprised when you see them doing these things, because they've worked goddamn hard to be where they are. So this group of players, and this manager is the first one that I'm seeing that when the England people are making a starting lineup, he goes against them and make his own lineup. So that is also one thing that is going to play a big fatal role in determining who's going to win this fixture. And also on top of that, come on, just for once, let us just celebrate. We just want to celebrate seeing England doing it when people are not expecting them to do it. Just want to see them win. So let me know in the comment section, guys. Do you agree with my assessment? Do you actually agree with my predictions? Because I said the first game 2-1, and I said other one 3-1. Do you agree with my assessment? If you do, let me know in the comment section. Click the like button and subscribe to the Football Connect. Give me a reason why you feel like England are going to lose, or also Spain are going to lose to Italy. I want you guys to give me a reason. I don't want that to just come as it should be. Give me an important reason for me to look at and be like, wow, is telling the truth. That's all I want to see, people. Thank you very much for watching. This has been the Football Connect. I've been your host, Sam. We'll be back again tomorrow, and I hope you guys are going to be excited with whatever that happens tomorrow. The tournament is ready, and guess what? I'm ready. Let's get it going. Euro 2020, it's almost about to be over. Semi-finals begins tomorrow. Out. Euro Talk is out, people.
Beats the goalkeeper. You're just lost for words. He is just brilliant. Georgie Best, Diego Maradona, Johan Cruyff.